should test out some Oculus Rift while we got everybody here.
Okay, so Kevin, I'm still confused about why there are a number of Oculus Rift apologists that if you can't see, if you're just literally seeing box of red.
Okay, I'm gonna go on Reddit right now.
Box of green.
I'm gonna find one of these threads where they talk about this stuff, and we're gonna see what people have to say.
Cause cause it makes it sound like you couldn't play any games because all you saw was pixels.
I mean, that's a slight exaggeration, but it's like, I had these moments when I first put that thing on where I was just like, are they serious? So I don't know how else to put it, man.
But on the subject of pixels, like, I always love it when people on the internet say, like, why do you get offended by things other people say? It's just pixels on a screen. And I'm like, damn, really? Like, whenever somebody says something to you, it's just vibrating air hitting your eardrum. It's like, why would you ever get offended by anything people say if you're just going to nitpick at the method of transmission?
It's all just frequencies. It's all just a hologram anyway. It doesn't matter. It's all just holograms from the four-dimensional universe or some shit. I don't know. It doesn't matter. People are just vibrating masses of energy, so you shouldn't be offended by them.
Good way of looking at it.
But I don't know if the same holds true for guns. I mean, it's true, but those hurt.
Okay, guys. Here's this isn't a thread that I've seen before, but this will probably give us a similar sort of thing. This guy says he used the DK2, which is the new version, 3 times on a bunch of different stuff, and then he says I've tried Google Cardboard on my 1080p 5.5-inch LCD screen. It looked pretty amazing. Almost no SDE, but I think the lenses I used didn't have the FOV as high as DK2, or simply the pixel count. He says some stuff. So my thoughts on DK2 after the 3rd time is I feel it's just as unplayable as far as DK1 for most games. It's heavier, and unless it's first person, the motion tracking doesn't do much for me. I really hope there's a mod to upgrade the screen because my Google Cardboard screen has barely noticeable screen door effect, whereas DK2 has distracting screen door effect. So let's see what some of the comments say. This guy says, the question is not meant to be prodding or insulting, but how old are you? Now I ask this specifically because to my 40-something eyes, DK1 is already plenty of resolution. So this guy's saying he grew up with old TVs, so he's used to low resolution. So he's saying, this is fine. I continue to thoroughly enjoy it and wouldn't dream of selling it, but I wonder if younger folks have less tolerance for low resolution. When I was in college, you were pretty popular if you had a $2,000 PC to play Doom at 640 by 400.
I mean, I'm pretty sure younger people have a lower tolerance for just about all, like, old technology. Like, it sucks.
It's like that kids...
It's shitty technology by modern standards.
It's like kids react to Game Boy, that video, and the one kid's like, it doesn't even react to human skin. And it's like... So the standards that young people are being raised about with technology are maybe a little unrealistic compared to what old people think. But at the same time, like, man.
Like, if I had to conduct all of my business at 640 by 400, I think I'd just shoot myself.
But there's also a difference between a screen that, you know, an old screen that with, you know, blurred colors and all that stuff, a screen made to be in 640 by 400 versus an OLED that's being extremely magnified, it's an inch from your face, and like, it doesn't have, like, it's the subpixel arrangement and all that junk is not designed to be viewed in this way. Like, they're using a smartphone screen, and when you're using a smartphone screen on a smartphone, it looks fine. When you're using it for this weird specific thing, it's not working so good. Here's another guy. He says, I don't believe you. You call the Rift heavy and hot, both of which are patently untrue. You call it a helmet, you wear it on your face, not your head. A helmet is for a person's head. This shows that you only used the word because you thought it was disparaging. I have to say the resolution feels much better. I don't believe you. The numbers prove you wrong.
Isn't that a Coach Fines argument?
I don't know, man. You still.
It's not a helmet. Helmets go on your head.
Yeah.
Masks go on your face.
Yeah. You feel just as handicapped. Handicapped by resolution? I don't get why you use that word here. It doesn't apply. Once again, I think you're just interested in disparaging the Rift. You're mainly not a person who's interested in VR. You thought something with the name Cardboard, made of cardboard, was better than the Rift. Yeah, once again, I'm having a hard time believing you. How can it honestly
this guy
be...
got super mad that somebody else didn't like the Oculus Rift.
No, people are like super defensive about this thing because you have the people that are like, even if they recognize that the current, developer kit models are not perfect, they're pitching it as, well, someday it's going to be awesome. This is really cool for now. Someday it's going to be the future, which I agree with to a certain extent, but at the same time, it's like, you can't go around saying, ooh, you got a silver trophy.
I did.
You
I got a
can't
gold bolt, too.
You can't go around saying that, like, this is the best thing ever when it's just not.
It's definitely a cool thing, though. Like, it's not the best thing ever, but it's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's not the first step towards VR. I mean, there have been steps taken towards VR since, like,
here's another thing I was thinking about, is I feel like the majority of people that do, like, official reviews of the developer kit wear glasses. They're usually, like, dudes in their 30s that wear glasses, and I think that because their vision is blurred, they don't notice... They still notice the screen door effect. Everybody talks about the screen door effect, but a lot of people are willing to kind of look past that, and I think it's because they don't actually perceive it the same way that I do, because I got freaking perfect vision. I'm like Cyclops up in his B. And
dude, your eyes are portals to another dimension?
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
If I look at you too hard, you're just going to vaporize.
That's awesome. Speaking of which, I have an X-Men comic book right there in my bag.
There you go.
I had a teacher from Korea who taught this linguistics of East Asian languages class that I took, and he claimed that he could, like, manifest his ki. If he, like, stared at somebody, like, from behind on a train or something, he could actually make them feel, like, a physical reaction, like they would, like, reach back and scratch their head or something, and I'm just, like, sitting here listening to this guy talking about ki in a class.
See, that's just like cold reading. Like, if you stare at someone long enough, they're gonna scratch the back of their head. Like, everybody does little things like that, and then it's like the square cloud guy. Have you seen this?
No, what?
So there's a guy on YouTube who seriously thinks he's psychokinetic. And he looks up at clouds in the sky, and he says, "Cloud, become a square-shaped cloud." And he watches it long enough until the cloud changes shape just naturally, and then he says, "Look, I changed the cloud's shape." You see how it's becoming more of a square shape? And then it's just like he's making stuff up. But that's exactly what that's like.
That's funny. Oh, did Clifford? Oh, there he is.
Yeah, back in this bitch.
All right.
Yeah, I was laughing so hard, I dropped my computer. and it just froze on Kevin having a sound going. But so are all the Oculus Rift apologists like 40-year-olds then?
Probably.
Do they all get
let me
pleasure?
find some more comments. This guy says, "It sounds like you spent the whole time looking for screen door effect or individual pixels on the screen rather than experiencing the new dynamics VR can offer. I'm not 100% sure you get the idea of the DK units, or VR for that matter. Some suspension of disbelief is required." Like, I don't believe these pixels. You gotta suspend your disbelief. Is required if you spend the whole time looking for flaws or abnormalities. You're not giving it a fair chance. The resolution is not that much higher on the DK2, but I also like playing with DK1, so DK2 can be that bad. I would wish 2K or 4K for the final Rift. Even if you would just play in HD, it would make everything better. But everyone's gonna have to buy, like, brand new computers, top of the line, to get a 4K Rift running at 90 hertz.
Can I just say suspension of disbelief can be a reason argued for going outside and playing with a fucking stick and pretending it's a sword. What the fuck?
There you go. See, so the Rift is a stick.
Virtual reality is for it to look fucking real.
See, if you just imagine that you're in the holodeck, you can do anything.
What the fuck? Thank you, asshole. Like, you little butthurt prick. Like, I know the whole point of virtual reality is to simulate you into a goddamn realistic experience, but you gotta still pretend, bitch.
Alright, here's another comment. Most of the people that I've talked to that have used DK2 have not noticed the screen door effect anywhere near as much as the DK1. They say it is a massive step up, and since when was 1080p unplayable? Two things. Stepping up from crap is still crap. Two, it's not 1080p. The people that are apologists for the Oculus Rift will say, oh, well, it's 1080p now. You have a 1080p TV. Isn't that good enough? You probably still have a 720p TV in your house somewhere. And then it's like, it's not really 1080 because you're only seeing half the screen and it is magnified, so you're only seeing this little tiny section of that screen. And it's like, people are just twisting the facts. To a certain extent, they're correct, but come on.
So it's 1080p, but you're only seeing a fraction of the screen that's being magnified.
Right.
That's
so,
pretty much the definition of a lower resolution. Like, you don't get much more, like, technological than that. Like, that is lower resolution.
Well,
that's what lower
let
resolution
me tell you
is.
this. Quote, you seem to value resolution too much. It's important, but not the only important aspect is having good VR experience. In my opinion, this is not the greatest first impressions write-up. It's okay to criticize, but at least talk about what worked and what didn't. You make it sound like Google Cardboard is blowing the DK2 away, which is far from the truth. Also, what did you mean by motion tracking? Do you mean you weren't impressed by the added positional tracking in DK2? Haters gonna hate. Totally missing the point.
And you're gonna ride that dick, man. It's like, there are haters, but there are also dick riders. And there's some people riding that Oculus dick.
They're drinking that Kool-Aid is what's going on. But I don't know. People are crazy. Everybody's crazy.
I don't understand why you have to like the Oculus Rift. Like, can't you just say, I don't think it's like something that I want to use in its current form, and not have people say, yes it is! You do want to use this, it's really good! That's what I hate about the internet in general. It's like, they believe that you are them, and if you are, like, if you like something that's different than them, then you're just wrong.
It's very bizarre. It's a bizarre product of our time.
So I think we should put Joshua into the Rift for the first time and get his live reactions.
Dude, you're right. I see the pickles, the pixels, and then all the pixels in between the pixels, and there's so many pixels.
Yeah, there's pixels.
On a scale of 1 to pixel, there's a bazillion pixels. Oh my god, I'm blind. It's way too fucking bright.
It's OLED. That's the power of OLED displays. You better do some grav leaps with your grav boots on the grav track so you can grav jumps to the grav place.
Dude, look at all that dramatic music for walking in a straight line.
Yep.
That was intense.
Walking in a straight line is one of the most dramatic things you can do.
Clifford, they're talking about magic. What do I do?
You should fucking play Magic or go back in time and make yourself play Magic.
I got Pokemon cards. Does that count?
If it makes you feel better, I don't really know anything about Magic either. I'm just talking about it because it's what my friends are doing. I'm just succumbing to peer pressure.
Hate peer pressure.
Well, Riley, I think you know more about Magic than Kevin does.
I know that there are, like, I know how to play, and I know, like, the basic design philosophy for the colors.
Oh yeah.
There's a Black Lotus? Is that the thing?
Yep.
That's all I know.
That's more than Kevin.
Why is the camera turning that way? That's dumb.
This game is dumb.
Yeah, it is.
You made my
I mean, it's Ratchet and Clank. We really should have stopped making these games by now. Like, I guess the product they're grossing on it is still enough to keep putting it out, because it probably cost them nothing to make this shit now. It just looks like the same recycled crap, but new mechanics that aren't that original and innovative.
This is one for the fans. It's referential.
Oh, okay. So it's well. Oh no, Nintendo does. Well, no, Nintendo does references in their re-release Twilight Princess for the Wii U.
I'm actually thinking about getting a Wii U.
I'm actually thinking about playing Zelda games for the first time because they work in the Oculus Rift.
No, are those good games to play in the Oculus Rift?
Yeah, because they're low native resolution. That's the thing. My best experiences, and Raleigh, you'll like this, is there's a Toho game, which was actually really good, because it's like 3D. It's like, you know...
You actually see all the bullets coming towards you, and you have to, like, move into the gaps.
Well, that's the thing. Like, there's gaps and stuff, but also, like, the bullets can go up and down on the Z-axis. So sometimes you're going under bullets, you're going over bullets.
Oh, damn, that's awesome.
It's actually really cool. It was my first, like, whoa, I really like the Rift moment.
that would have been a good way to defend it besides just this massive butter. No, it's amazing.
Okay, actually, you know what? Okay, Josh, you keep playing and get to whatever save spot you need to. I'm just gonna press this button and play some Toho. I've got to do some setup to get this running because nothing works easily in the Rift yet.
But there's people all over, like, JP that are, like, basically wishing for an afterlife where they go to Gensokyo, and I'd be like, you would not have fun in Gensokyo. You would not speak Japanese. You don't speak Japanese now. You will not learn Japanese when you die. You're just gonna go there and not understand anybody and get fucking killed because it's filled with super powerful yokai.
That is amazing.
And you're just a regular, like, fat male human.
Okay, quick question. If one were to... What reasons, if any, do people or should people get married? Just random question, you guys.
Tax breaks.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say for the tax benefits.
Also, you can visit your loved ones in the hospital.
Okay.
If you want to get a visa for a country that you're not otherwise eligible for.
So, okay, if now another postulated question. If I were to ask a group, like just a randomly selected group of women, what are the chances that they will have, at least one of them will have an answer different than those? Saying collectively you all gave pretty
at
much
least
the same
one of them, and it's a random selection, I'd say 100%. Like,
okay,
if
so
it's a like, I mean, I guess it depends on the sample size. Like, how many women are we talking?
Three, same. Make it
3?
even. Yep.
I wouldn't say 100% then, because like even if you randomly select people, I mean, well, I think it would still be pretty unlikely that there wouldn't be at least one other reason. Because, like, I don't know, we all have a bunch of things in common, and the randomly selected women probably wouldn't. Also, I think people, if you just randomly selected them and they weren't people you know, would give you an answer that differs just because they want to appear to be a different kind of person.
Yeah.
If you walk up to a person on the street and ask, give me a reason why you would get married, then they're not going to say, like, for the tax breaks, because then you just look like a dick bag. But, like, since we're friends and I know you, I can say that.
So then do we not theoretically all just look like 4 dick bags on the internet?
I mean, we do, but, like, there's no one else here, like...
Oh, shit, the Oculus Rift, oh, damn.
You should walk around town with that on. Just look at people condescendingly. And be like, do you like the Oculus Rift? And if they say no, be like, Well, that's because you're a spoiled child.
Uh-oh.
You're a millennial and you just can't appreciate anything.
You can't appreciate the true genius of the Oculus Rift. You don't need resolution.
just go back to text games.
You need to suspend your disbelief in this virtual reality world.
Just believe that you're actually doing everything the text says.
But I mean, going back to what you were asking earlier, I think if you had a randomly selected group of 3 dudes and asked, you'd also probably at least get one different answer. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna end up saying. Well, probably with 3 randomly selected dudes. But I'm trying to think how many dudes I hang out with that, like, because I asked that because I have a friend who's in Michigan, and he definitely doesn't see, like, he's come to have revelations on how to deal with women, and he no longer feels like he would ever get married, like, ever.
I mean,
like,
I've said for a couple of years now that if I ever get married to somebody, it's gonna be like a close friend of mine, and it's gonna be like for the tax purposes or to like get a visa for a foreign country.
See, what I don't get is why it isn't always the case that if you're going to get married, it's to a close friend, unless you're a gold digger. Because, I mean, it doesn't make sense. Like, I don't understand why people.
Oh, that was a good reason, Clifford. That's why.
Well, I mean, I'm saying I wouldn't do it for, like, a loved one, like somebody that I had romantic interest in, because that's just a bad idea. Like, you're not going to stay romantically interested in someone forever. So if you get married to them, like, knowing, like, you get married to somebody knowing that you're going to divorce them at some point, it just seems like a flaw in your plan.
I mean,
if you can't get married to somebody and think you'll be with them forever, like, no one can think that.
I think some people do, Riley. I think that's... Or some people...
Guys, real talk, can you see the stream of the game?
Or...
yes.
I don't think it's so much... Okay, so I don't think it's so much people think they're gonna stay together forever. It's just they don't really understand the repercussions that a separation or a divorce can have on someone, and so people just run into marriage not thinking about how bad it can be at the end. And some marriages end fine, and it's like they just go to separate ways, and no one is a vindictive, spoiled bitch. But more often than not, since we're human beings, someone ends up being kind of an asshole.
Clifford, speak for yourself. I'm not a human.
He's a god.
Let's put it this way. This is a Toho game with a jump button.
That's pretty dope. Oh shit, man, I should probably bring up Twitch now.
Yep.
Whoa. Oh shit. That seems kind of bogus, though, that you can just jump over the ones that are on the ground.
Yeah, but, like, when you see this boss fight, it's gonna blow your mind. Because this blew my mind that, like, the bullets shoot in all directions and then fall down, and you have to, like, look for shadows and stuff. And, like, it's a whole new dimension of Toho.
No, damn, this is fucking sick.
This is just hurting my mind.
This is awesome.
Although, frankly, that seems like a pretty easy boss fight compared to a lot of
It's level
fights.
1. Wait till, like, level 5.
I like this.
Shit, guys, but I probably need to head out. I'm meeting up with some college buddies in motherfucking San Francisco.
Whatever you gotta do, man.
But
Alright,
Don't get raped, Clifford.
don't get shot.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm more likely to get shot than raped.
Dude, no, you're not. You see that person looking at you? They're actually raping you with their eyes.
Well, if that happened, I if that's the case, then I got raped a lot during Pride. during Pride this year, there was a lot of eye rape going on. I got like eye raped like 10 times. But
I don't think eye rape means what you think it means.
wait, then so is eye rape getting raped in the eyes, or
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay, then people were raping me with their eyes.
Yeah, that sounds a lot less horrifying.
I got eye raped exactly 0 times.
Yes. Hopefully that will remain the number of times you have gotten eye raped for your entire life. In an ideal world, the number of times you get eye raped will remain constant at 0. Any form of rape is obviously not desirable, but out of all of the forms, I think eye rape may be one of the least.
Least, or the worst?
Yeah, least desirable.
Yeah. But I will definitely talk to you guys later. Man, yeah, Oculus Rift fucking killed Toho. That's good to know.
This is awesome.
But everything else is pretty shitty.
Minecraft was good, and Quake 2 was good, but that's because those games look bad to begin with. Everything else is kind of black.
If I get the Oculus Rift, I'm trying to play old games in 3D.
Yeah, I mean, stuff's gonna get better over time, but in terms of what's out right now, this is the good stuff.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, more Google Hangouts.
Oh yeah, definitely. I will talk to you motherfuckers later. Peace.
See ya.
Oh, I gotta watch this Under Night in Birth tournament.
Uh-oh.
Looks like there's a tournament going on for Under Night in Birth, Blaze Blue, Guilty Gear, and Arcana Heart 3. Are you interested in watching it, Josh?
Not really.
Alright.
How's that Ratchet going, Josh?
Eh.
Well, I think I'm going to peace
Okay,
to watch this tournament. So,
See ya.
laters.
let's see, how do I get out here?
Zircon Jr.
Whoa, Zerka Jr.
Dude, I now have 2 Zircons.
This is a really good game, Josh.
Is it?
I love it. For as much smack as I was talking earlier, I'm really glad I got a Rift just for this.
You're silly.
So what else you been up to, Josh? Anything exciting in your life?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
And what else should we talk about to entertain the good people of Twitch and YouTube?
I'm trying to figure out where I'm going.
Oh, that's fun.
It's always a sign of good level design.
Yeah. That was my problem with Borderlands 2. If I had to have a problem with The Last of Us, that would be it. It's just...
Your problem with The Last of Us wasn't that it was a ladder sim?
No, not really. I mean, not in the sense that Mass Effect 1 was an elevator sim.
Oh hey, I found a gold bolt.
There you go. That's why they make it confusing, so you can find all the secret stuff.
While I'm trying to not find the secret stuff?
Yeah. Oh man, this is trippy. Well, that was about as much Toho as I feel like we need to do. This. Oh, I can change the stereoscopic depth. Whoa! Oh, I think it's just for the menu. But, maybe not. Yeah, that also increases the depth. It's cool, though. I can, like, change some of that. Game quit. Pause menu. Do a picture. Quit. So did you understand any of Clifford's description of Ferguson?
So apparently he's mad that there's a bunch of people. So there's riots, and he's mad that people are getting attacked because they're out in the middle of the riots.
I see.
That's what I gathered. Because they're not rioting, they're reporters. Well, he's mad that they're getting attacked.
Well, apparently there's reporters and protesters and rioters.
Yeah.
And nobody's differentiating between them, apparently.
Well, I mean, that's where the whole "it's nighttime" comes in. It's like, can you really tell? That was my whole point.
No, I've seen the video that Clifford was talking about where they took apart the camera gear. Like, they knew what was going on.
Okay, I haven't seen any videos.
Because, I mean...
I've seen one where the people are getting shot at, and it's literally a guy holding a camcorder. And he's saying he is a news outlet.
Okay, well,
like,
the one
that I saw, and that's where I'm like, no. But,
see,
yeah.
I can understand that. But the one that, like, Clifford's talking about, it's seriously like there's a news van, and they've got, like, lights and a big camera.
Oh, okay.
And it's, like, 4 dudes. And then they just straight up tear gas them, and then knock over all the lights in the camera.
Oh, okay.
They bring in the SWAT truck at that point. Just because, apparently, you require special weapons and tactics to knock over somebody's light and camera. So, I don't know. It's dumb. That's the thing. Any news story, it boils down to people are dumb. Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Tune in next up to Disscomfort's channel. We might finish building that one thing in Minecraft, but probably not. We might play Oblivion instead, or some audio serve, or something new. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Rate, comment, and subscribe.